Let's play this audio. And understand, this is a video that was taken by a guy, Brandon McKeon. And he was walking down the street in Pontiac, Michigan. And I can't quite tell what the street is. And I'm not exactly sure, but it's like, you know, in parts of Michigan, they have these really big, well, I guess maybe they have that everywhere, but it's like a 4-lane street. Like, I think like 8 Mile is like that too. I don't know. Anyways, he's walking down the street, and it's a video that he posted that he took with his phone, his iPhone, or I don't know, his phone camera. And he starts it late. Maybe that's when he pulled out his phone, and he cuts it early, we should say, just to be fair. And it's also interesting because he's confronted by a sheriff, and the sheriff also brings out his iPhone at one point. And listen to this exchange. I do feel some sympathy for the cop here, but it's only after I feel sympathy for just about every black male who likes to walk places in this country. All right, go ahead.
People nervous.
All right, doing what?
We were walking by.
Okay.
Radio 12's out with that subject just south of Michigan.
Walking by and doing what?
Well, you were making people nervous.
By walking by?
Yeah, they said you had your hands in your pockets.
Wow, walking by having your hands in your pockets makes people nervous to call the police when it's snowing outside?
They did.
Okay.
So are you okay?
I'm fine. Or how about you?
I'm good.
All right.
What are you up to today?
Walking with my hands in my pockets, walking.
Is that an inconvenience to talk to me right now?
Hell yeah, just because of the whole police situation going across the country, this is outrageous that you would let somebody tell you, oh, there's somebody walking down the street with their hands in their pockets. There's 10,000 people in Pontiac right now with their hands in their pockets, so how many...
You're right, but we do have a lot of robberies, so I'm just checking on you. You say
Wow.
you're fine? You're good.
That's fine. I mean, I just made sure I had to get this on camera and make sure there wasn't... Yeah, for sure. Then, I mean, for my safety and yours. I mean, I'm being very respectable. You're being very respectable.
High
Just
five.
the whole situation. I don't allow I'm really mad at the situation of whoever called. That's crazy.
Well, hey, we got to check on it. This
That's-
is if you were feeling nervous and you called us, we check on it for you, right?
For sure, but I just would never call.
There you go, and that's it. I love the part where the cop is just like, oh, he realizes like, how am I gonna get? I'm gonna build some bridges. High five!
Yo,
Yo, what's
homie.
up? What's up, Jive Turkey? High five!
I just be doing my cop job. Nah, I mean,
Come on, man, let's listen to some Vanilla Ice.
it's all good. Oh no, you're reaching for your waist belt. Just kidding. I'm just playing, man. It's all good.
Listen, I just want to make this clear. I'm not stopping you because your hands were in your pocket. I am stopping you because you are black.
No,
This isn't about hands and pockets. It's about your skin color.
No, listen.
Nah, I mean,
And as the video goes on, apparently, because the cop also had his video that he was taking, and it really, somebody should do, like, it seems to me that would be an unbelievable art video installation where you see both sides of the conversation side to side. The cop is responding to a call, and ultimately, I guess this guy, Brandon, had said, you know, I guess when the news reports came by, he said, like, you know, I'm not as mad at the cop as I am at the person who called. Like, this is the problem. And this cop here did, I think, the best that he could do. He realized, like, I'm in a bad situation. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that it's not because of the camera. The camera definitely helped. Although this guy did not have the self-awareness knowing, like, this is going to look a little gratuitous if I go, high five!
actually, I just saw it was like a local like mini mart type of place that called on him, and they actually released a statement, and they said, "Yo, our bad."
High five!
Word up! High five!
Come on, man. high five, bro. Like it could have been like, well, listen, I appreciate it. Let's just shake and say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, it was high five. I just thought that was hilarious. But I mean, at the same time, like this
Maybe he's making
shows,
a Borat reference that we're not giving him credit
for. Take my wife.
My wife, she called too. She annoying. You did nothing, but we must be stopped because you're a black man. Don't reach for your waist belt.
But here's the thing. This just goes to show, even if we give the cop the full credit, stipulate that he didn't sort of act, somewhat apologetic or at least respectful because the camera was there. Let's just assume that that's not the reason why, although I imagine that sort of helps. The cop theoretically could have said, like, grab the camera. And I'm not convinced there aren't cops out there that wouldn't do this or that haven't done this. They grab the camera and they go, oh, man, look, your camera just got smashed. I'm sorry about that. What? You're trying to resist arrest?
Definitely happens.
You come with me, right? All right. So I want to give all due credit to the cop. He's a little bit awkward in the high five. I found that a little bit.
Thank you, officer, for not being an a-hole.
Right. Well, I mean, look. But the point is that from the perspective of this guy McKeon, who is simply getting stopped because he's black and walking, this is what I was talking about yesterday. You are immediately criminalized because you're black and walking, or perhaps driving, depending on what you're driving. I think I've told this story before. When I was in high school, I worked at this 5 and 10. It was literally called, I think, the 5 and 10. And it was really more like just like a low end, like Woolworths type of thing. But it was one floor. It was privately owned. And my job was basically to build the cardboard display cases. And then every now and then I would hear like this buzz. And that was to tell me, essentially, that there was either a Hispanic kid or a black kid in the store that I was supposed to shadow. And I would just basically, at one point it came to a head where I was like, you got to find somebody else to do this because I'm not going to do this anymore. And then I ended up cleaning the toilets, which were incredibly nasty. Yes, they weren't.
Yo, what's up? Sam Cedar here. I'm going to shadow you during your stay at this department store. They punished you for not doing that.
It wasn't like that. It was just like, oh, okay, well, if we're going to have
Hey,
Janice
kid's
do
not
this.
racist. You know what? I understand. We'll live by your principles. Why don't you go clean the toilets?
Well,
nice
if you're
little
going to,
liberal Jew
if
boy.
Janice is the one who's going to have to follow, you're going to have to clean the toilets. All right, whatever. But it was just like, I felt demeaned. Yes. Aside from it's like, really, seriously, just put give me a break. It was just, but that's the point, is that, and I guess on some level, they said, well, we do it for any teenager because teenagers, shoplift. Okay, well, but teenagers shoplift, according to Michael, but the point is that this guy's a grown man. There's nothing else that you can really blame it on. Oh, well, you're wearing a green hoodie when it was snowing out. And a vest. And a vest jacket. And that is very, when you wear one of those multi-pocketed vest jacket, these things are going to happen. And you're black.
The cop seemed to actually, because in the first 30 seconds, he's like, yeah, I don't know. People are suspicious. And then there's something that happens. I don't think it's just the camera where he sort of.
No,
what
what the cop realizes, oh, yeah, I can imagine.
You are literally doing nothing.
And
I should probably stop being a prick about it.
Right. The cop does. There is a moment where the cop, I think, sort of realizes, oh, wow, it must suck to be this guy. This notion that, because there's no time in the future where he's not going to be walking down the street from his friend's house and thinking presuming that he didn't already have that sense, that I got to be careful. Don't want to look too like I'm being too furtive. because I don't want the cop. And the cop seems to have a moment of realizing that, but he's so uncomfortable that he's like, so what's going on? Like, what have you been up to today? How's your day going? You know, he doesn't like have that's why I feel bad for the cop. It's this very awkward situation for him. Realizes like, oh my gosh, must be what it must be like if I was not white and I lived in Michigan.
As you can imagine, you've probably terrified dozens of white people today just by respirating and walking.
Right.
So this shouldn't come as a surprise to you. That I'm here to harass you and disrupt your day for literally no apparent reason.
Oh, it occurs to me now that you're human. So let me be a little bit more friendly. Like, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing? High five! Unbelievable. God,
Well,
man,
word
seriously.
up.
Seriously. I mean,
Enjoy your day, cool cat.
High five. Down low. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get your hands back up. What are you doing?
all right. Okay, brother. See you. Catch you moving on down the road.
Is it on up or moving on down? I can never keep track of that.
There was-
Anyways, have a terrific.
What was that show? I think it was like there was a I don't know.
Pay
if
the
it was like
cost to be the boss.
Sanford and Son, or there was some show where they had like a very stiff white cop who was always trying to do that. That's what this guy.